Hi everyone, welcome to the Icehouse podcast. Today we're talking with Sharron Lloyd, who is the General Manager of New Zealand at the Trans-Tasman Business Circle. And the Icehouse has a great partnership with the Business Circle. So today we're getting to know Sharron, which is great, and we're chatting more about the Business Circle and our partnership. So thanks so much, Sharron, for being on the podcast today.
Kia ora, Bryar. Thank you for having me.
Awesome. So good. So I'm going to get straight into it with our first question, which is explain the Trans-Tasman Business Circle and the purpose of the organisation.
So we are a strategic growth partner for business and government. And what that really means is that we provide a platform for the delivery of strategic thinking for our customers, and that allows them to grow their relationships, profile and insights. We work across Australia, New Zealand and Singapore, and we've been around for 28 years, which is pretty cool in itself. Yeah.
Cool.
And the way that we do this is through a program of over 150 or close to 200 in the last 12 months briefings. That's a mixture of virtual, in-person and now hybrid briefings, as well as our study tours. And really, we're all about relationships. We're relationships driven, and we're passionate about creating communities.
Awesome. That's so great. 28 years. That's a massive feat. That's really cool. And so is it bringing sort of the government into that business arena in terms of support coming hand in hand? Is it sort of working in with the government as well?
Yeah, government are a major partner of ours, and it's really important that we bring the whole ecosystem together. And I know we're going to talk a bit more about that later on, but really it's whatever our customers want, we build it with them and really listen to what their objectives are and then how we can create the access for them.
Love it. That's great. Okay, so from that, what support does Business Circle offer business owners in New Zealand?
Yeah, so we've worked really hard on that with the Icehouse, and through our platform, we're really proud that we can provide opportunities for entrepreneurs and innovators and small business owners access to the larger organisations that we work with, the multinationals. And those companies are focused now more than ever on innovation and business growth and partnering with the future of our innovation and the region's economy in New Zealand. And a really great example of that is our regional tour that we've just kicked off last night.
Yeah, great.
So we're partnering with Xero, Chartered Accountants New Zealand and Cordia on going out to the regions, talking to small business owners and medium business owners on how they can grow their businesses in the current environment. And it's really exciting. We love providing that opportunity and bringing that community together as well.
Yeah, that's great. And the regional focus, which is aligned with what we do, the vision is that at the Icehouse going forward is sort of going out to the regions and making sure those small, medium-sized businesses know they're supported too. So that's cool.
Really important. We agree. Someone said last night, we often refer to small business as the backbone of New Zealand. Yeah. And what do you do when your back's sore? You look after it. So we should be looking at it.
So true. That's great. That's awesome. Cool. Great to see that focus coming through for you guys as well. Next question is, when did you personally get involved at the Business Circle, and what does your role as General Manager for New Zealand cover?
Yeah, so I've been here for 13 years.
Wow.
Been in the journey for a long time. I feel so privileged to have been here for so long, and started out as an events manager and then an account manager type role, working with our members in the general manager role for the last 6 years. And my role is really to work with our customers, bring their ideas together, use the strategic insight that I have through the networks that we work together with to connect people and build value enhancing stakeholder engagement and help them grow their businesses and have fun while we're doing it.
Yeah, that's great. And sort of, it really reminds me, I don't know if you've met Liz Wallace-Spoon, but she's our Chief Executive of Growth at the Icehouse. And I think this year she's ticked over 15 years at the Icehouse.
Awesome.
But she's very much like you in terms of saying I love it so much, and the purpose behind it is so great in terms of helping New Zealand businesses that where else would I want to be, sort of thing. So it's very, very cool to hear something similar coming from you.
Yeah.
It's great when you're working for that higher purpose, and helping New Zealand businesses is a big part of that.
100%. Yeah. Very lucky.
Awesome. Yeah, totally. So from that, what is the favorite aspect of your role?
It's got to be our team. I reflected on this, and we've got an unbelievable team who have worked really hard, particularly over the last 12 months, to keep our business alive, to reinvent our business, to support one another. And I never take that for granted. As well as our customers and the relationships that I've built with them, many of them, long-standing over 12, 13 years, lots of them are friends. As I said, we're all about relationships. So, we've been through a lot with our members and we love that. And it's really important to us. And I think the love that we show is a real point of difference for the circle. And we really do care. So I love that about my role in the business. And then, equally, I feel really privileged to have access to the insights that I do hear. I might be hearing, about agri-tech one day, small business last night, manufacturing the next day, innovation. We might be traveling to Silicon Valley or Israel. And again, I just never take that for granted. And the opportunities that we have to create with our members and to be really provocative and innovative ourselves and how we deliver things. And it's really fun.
Yeah, that's great. And definitely shining through that it's all about the people and the
100%.
relationships. Very important.
Yeah.
How big is the team at the Business Circle?
Oh gosh, we are 9 now, I think. And the only reason I hesitate is we're really proud. We've just been able to, obviously, as I said, survive the last 12 months. We've just had our first post-COVID hires, which is really exciting, and totally different roles that we would never have had 12 months ago.
Wow. Crazy. It's changed so much like that, right?
Yeah.
What businesses are.
And we're one team now working across Australia, New Zealand and Singapore, which is, really cool how it's brought us together.
Yeah, that's great. Cool to hear. Okay. Next question is, how do you see working with the Icehouse helps benefit both of our customers? Obviously, we have very similar customer type in terms of business owners, people that are sort of in the gritty nitty of their businesses.
Yes.
Is there any sort of connection you see there in terms of benefiting our customers?
Yeah, I used the word before, access, and that's what I thought about for this question. When we reflected and thought about how we would partner, we found that it was quite hard for the entrepreneurial heroes of our economy to find opportunities to engage with large organizations, with government sometimes as well, and key business leaders. And so if we could provide a seat at the table for those entrepreneurs, innovators, small business owners, that was a great access and connection point for them. And then equally for the large enterprises we work together with and the multinationals, as I said, they're increasingly becoming aware of the talent and the ideas and the business opportunities that exist within that entrepreneur innovation economy, and they want to embrace them, particularly in the current environment, and learn from them. So access, I think if we can bring the two together and create a platform for them to share ideas and have conversations, that's where the value is between our partnership.
Totally. And sort of provide, like you said, providing a seat at the table. I like that sort of pitch. Yeah. That's very cool. Nice. Yeah. From there, what advice would you give a New Zealand business owner looking to grow at this time? So obviously we've had a big 2020. We're looking, life is looking very different now. Businesses are still, wanting to be bold and grow. Is there any advice from you?
Yeah, I mean, from what we've heard from the business community and from our members, the number one thing has to be well-being. So the well-being of your people and yourself, and there are financial benefits of that. We've seen productivity gains and the business case for looking after your people. As well as it's the right thing to do, of course. The second thing we're hearing is technology. So look at your technology, make sure that you've got good hygiene around your technology, and also equally use it for productivity gains. There's so much out there now, and if you can, use technology to your benefit, it's going to help you. And the third thing, and I actually heard it last night, which I really liked, and I kind of added in now, is to be curious about your business. So we talk about working on your business rather than in it, but I really liked that, being curious about your business, understand as much of it as you can, much about your customers, your people. And I really like that as a sort of go to. Be curious about your business.
Yeah, that's great. Those are 3 great tips. I'll definitely put those in the notes so people can just see that from the get-go, because I definitely think business owners are now in this place where they're like, okay, well, 2020 happened, but we're still wanting to grow. But what are the focuses now, and how are the best ways to do that? And I think those 3 points really sum it up. So thanks, Sharron. That's awesome.
Pleasure.
That's good. And our last question, along the same lines, but putting a positive spin into it. What is one thing that 2020 taught you that you have taken into 2021?
I don't know if I've got one, Bryar.
Yeah, say them all.
So we hear the saying all the time, and I've also reflected on this quite a lot, the he tangata, he tangata, he tangata. It's about the people. And last year showed me it really is, whether it's our own team, working, as I said, unbelievably hard to keep our business afloat. Our members, we saw what they went through. The disruptions that happened to them personally and professionally. And we couldn't do any of this without great people. And that really, that was evident last year. The second thing, and it goes hand in hand with that, is communication. So the importance of communication. You can never communicate enough. Communicate, and if you think you've communicated, communicate again. And just, even for myself, remembering to do that. Even now, it's not business as usual, and it never will be. So continue to communicate. And the third thing, and it was important for myself as well, was about kindness. So, we were all going through it. We were all experiencing it in different ways, and we still continue to. And you never know what's happened in the room before a Zoom meeting or behind closed doors, and just remembering to be kind. And kind to ourselves. We could be our own worst critics last year, and would be easy to focus on the negative of anything that was happening or out of your control. So just remembering to be kind was really important to me.
Yeah, that's so great. Yeah, another great 3 things that came out of 2020. And I think in most of my conversations, I ask that question because it does put a positive spin on the year, but there's always so many amazing answers, because people either personally or for their business just got so much out of having their worlds shaken, that obviously at the time it was really tough. But as business owners are really great at moving quickly and sort of adapting to the times, they've definitely seen some positive things come out of it. And so, that's really cool.
Awesome. Yeah, it's important to reflect back and take learnings from it. And like you said, move into the future with a positivity.
Yeah, exactly. And I think we're so lucky here in New Zealand because of it happened and we had that big lockdown in level 4, but compared to the rest of the world, we are now being able to, in ways, we're still getting little waves, but in ways look back and go that we're learning from that time and going into a new time, where other places in the world are still struggling with some of the things we did a year ago. And so it's a good place for us New Zealanders to be.
100%. Yeah. And look at us now. We're going to be traveling to Australia in a week and a bit's time.
Are you going to travel to Australia?
Look, it's perfect for us. We're really living our name, the Trans-Tasman Business Circle, and we love it. And we would love to play a role. And, as I said, people are the most important thing in those people-to-people connections. And we'll bring people together in the boardroom as we do, and celebrate being back together as the first point, but then continue the conversations on how we can continue to enhance that CER cooperation, and Australia and New Zealand together on a global stage. And this is a great place to start.
Yeah, that's exciting. That will definitely be a big moment when you're actually being able to gather together.
We can't wait.
Yeah, from across the ditch. That's so cool. Thank you so much, Sharron, for sitting down with us today and chatting all things Business Circle. It's been great, and lots of great insight from you guys. And we really do think, you guys do amazing things for our customers and New Zealand business owners. So thank you.
Thank you so much. We love our partnership with the Icehouse, and it's been a long-standing partnership, and I know we'll continue to do great things together, and really appreciate being with you today. So thank you for having me.